Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are starting the practice squad franchise today. I know we have two other ones up right now, but the Jets one is actually going a lot better than expected, and obviously the Charger one has the highest overall amongst the three. As you can see, this one is the practice squad franchise, meaning that all but like a handful of players I actually traded for Rashawn Slater and Trey Lance, and a few other ones that would have been on practice squads had I, even if I hadn't signed them or traded for them. But as you guys can see, we are a 68 overall team. We don't have anybody who it wouldn't have been on a practice squad on the team other than maybe 3 or 4 players. And right now, the team's actually looking pretty good. I'm not used to having this managed team thing, so I keep overshooting the lineup screen here. But we traded for Trey Lance, so we have at least a somewhat capable quarterback at the helm. He has 91 throw power, 79 deep, 79 mid, 85 short, so we're probably going to throw short quite a bit. And he has decent speed, so we can get out of the pocket if we need to. We also went ahead and traded for Rashawn Slater, so we can have both our tackles can be at least somewhat usable, with us keeping Panay Sewell, obviously, who was already on the team. As you can see, our team doesn't have anyone who's really standout, and basically the only way we're going to be able to be super successful in this series is if we get some star devs somewhere other than the offensive line and quarterback. We have one star dev player on defense, Jeff Okuda, who in real life actually went down to injury, so that's not great. And then we have our kicking and punting unit right here. So to explain a little bit about this series is we're not allowed to do free agency besides in-house signings, and we don't draft players unless we overdraft them, i.e. if it says their projected or talent is at, early first, we have to, stay away from those, basically. But if we're like, first round pick is in the first half of the draft, we're not allowed to pick anyone unless it says late first. We might be able to pick mid first, but it just depends on what their projected is. And for any players I don't specifically draft, or I don't specifically scout, I can just pick whichever one is in the round that I'm in and try to find ones that I think might be reaches but could also give us some good talent. With that being said, we're going to start our first game against the San Francisco 49ers. I don't expect this one to go nearly as well as the other games did, seeing as the team's not great. If defense gets boring to watch, however, I'll probably just go ahead and only play offense, and maybe each video we end up playing 2 games instead of just 1. But we'll see. This series was also inspired by Mr. Hurricane's practice squad series, with a bit of adjusted rules to it. For example, I did trade for a couple players. Most of his started below 70 overall, I think, when he first started the franchise. And he's not doing draft, whereas I'm basically having to overdraft players. And however, we're both not doing free agency, so that's kind of the main similarity between the two. So we're going to be kicking off first to the 49ers. This should really not be a close game at all, but obviously anything can happen. In real life, the Niners almost lost to the Lions. It was 33-41, which is shocking, but that team's still much better than the one we're currently having out on the field right now. Okay, so I'm probably going to use Dustin the most. Great tackle there by Taibai. It looks like Taibai.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beat.
Oh, I have a Quara on the team. I didn't even notice
But
that.
that's exactly
I
what
forgot there
happened.
was two of them on
A
the
loss
team.
resulted.
I had to trade one over in order to get Trey Lance. Ooh, Kaepernick re-signed by the 49ers, so it's not even Jimmy G we're playing. That's shocking, sort of.
Bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage.
Aquara, I'm not sure which Aquara this is. I'm pretty sure I traded Romeo. Ooh, another fumble. So a shockingly good first drive of this game there. I don't expect them all to work out as well as that one did, but we can hope it at least goes relatively similar. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna go ahead and run this way and not pick up a lot of yardage. We don't have a lot of speed on this team. I think the freaking volume readjusted back to where everything's kind of annoyingly loud. So let me go ahead and I forgot that it's under stupid settings instead of accessibility. Accessibility would make more sense though. Okay, no, it just seems that way. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this down to 20. Same with this. Crowd volume we'll put at 30. And on field we'll put at 35. Let's hope that works out a little bit better for us.
And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Flushed out right.
Trey Lance takes off on the first play of the game and gets 13. Very good first game there on offense.
Picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Benson, St. Brown. Nice catch there by Benson, who's actually, I believe, the punt return, taking punt return as well. Nice play action and sends Cephas on a slant. Big handoff, McKitty. Couldn't spin anybody out really. Did break a tackle though. 2 for 2 for 34 yards. Also has 13 on the ground. It does Lance, so pretty good start to the game for the quarterback. Let's see if Hawkins can get anything here. Good run play. Down to the 6-yard pickup there. We'll go ahead and run a pitch here. And Fred Warner kind of disrupted us right away there, as expected. Okay, McKitty's going to run a drag, Benson's going to run Benson's going to run a slant, and St. Brown is going to run the typical just toss it up play. And Cephas does catch it, so the practice squad team is up to a shocking first lead of the season and first points of the season, first points of the game as well. So pretty good start for them. Defensively, knocked them back 30 yards. Colin Keapernick not the answer at quarterback probably. So who knows if they'll end up coming back into this game at all. Who knows if he ends up throwing multiple interceptions. We'll see. Honestly, I think if we let anyone return kicks, they're probably going to get touchdowns because we just don't have much speed on this side, on any side of the ball. McNeil, and yeah. That's probably a face mask. Oh crap, it's actually holding. We're going to go ahead and accept it and push them back 10 yards. Yeah, we give them a first down still, but I feel like pushing them back makes them have to throw the ball. Or eventually have to throw the ball. Gain of 2, though, by Raheem Mostert. First carry, that actually went for positive yards for him. You know, that counted anyways. They're going to run the ball again here, and they're probably going to get a massive gain, and that was actually another fumble. 3rd and 7 now, though. So anything's really in the playbook here, passing-wise, so we kind of have to hope we can get to Colin before he can do anything. And of course, they made me shift to a wrong player, so I couldn't make the tackle right away. Thanks. Appreciate it. But either way, we kind of expect this to be a lot closer than the other games. We got really lucky on the first drive and actually ended up only giving them tackles and sacks for losses and whatnot. But we can't expect our defense to consistently do that. But we got the touchdown thanks to them pinning them back and forcing them to punt it to us and us get it not far from midfield. But it seems as though that first drive was basically just a fluke drive. Unfortunate, but gotta live with it. Does get out of the way there. And Keapernick fumbles the ball again. I'm not going to return it, though. I don't want to get too many touchdowns on the ground, seeing as we have a quarterback here that we're going to try to still keep in the running for Rookie of the Year, but probably not going to go well for us. St. Brown is the target here on this throw, and okay, pass interference. Pass interference, we will obviously accept those every time we see them. And now we're basically right where we started for the beginning of last drive. Is that Hunter Bryant or McKay? I'm wondering that. I don't want to pick my play yet because I want to see who receives that pass. No, Hunter Bryant actually caught that pass. Kitty's going to come across. We're going to send St. Brown deep. Snap the ball. The Kitty gets the catch, and a big gain there down to the 32-yard line. Could potentially be close to field goal range for Siebert, but I have no idea if we are, so let's go ahead and run up the middle here. Ooh, breaks 2 tackles, gets us 5 yards. Probably would have been 2 if he didn't break that first tackle. Another run here. Spins so that in case there was an auto shed there, he wouldn't get a tackle for loss. However, it doesn't really help us in terms of yards after that. Jefferson, we might try to hit on the wheel if we had the time, but we did not. Benson receives there. Sorry for all the coughing, by the way. I always wake up with that. Normally wait a bit, but woke up a lot later today than normal, so. Kitty. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was, but okay. 7 for 7, 73 yards, and a touchdown so far for Trey Lance. We're going to have the halfback stay into block, and the first incomplete pass is broken up there. Let's see if this stretch works. I don't want to throw to Cephas here. I don't feel like that would have been the right move. And first down was indeed picked up there on the run. Glad I picked the run play there. Last snap before the 2-minute warning, and we do end up picking up 2 more yards. 2-minute warning is in. There we go. McKitty is the target here. Ooh. We're kind of lucky Fred Warner didn't end up picking that one off. Nope, triangle. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. And the Lions are going Ooh, down at the 1. Austin Amari St. Brown there with a good catch.
Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so...
We're actually going to have McKinney block, and we're going to have St. Brown do the same route he did last time to score. And we're going to make sure Cephas has the same route. So we have two options for the same route here. St. Brown catches it. That's probably going to get reviewed, though. I think that the booth is going to review this one. Surprisingly, they don't. Okay. Kick is up and good. 14-point lead now. I believe we get the ball to start the third quarter, so it's kind of a crucial drive for San Francisco.
Following the touchdown, here's Cyber now to kick it off. They'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Okwara. Let's see if we can get some stats here. Kittle, obviously very hard to block, but I like Kittle from getting catches. Big dude, very physical. And pass was off by Keapernick. His first incompletion of the game. Arazarike, I believe is the name of the guy. Ooh, incomplete pass by Keapernick. So we're going to get the ball back here with 54 seconds left. Well, it'll be more like 50, around 50 seconds left after the actual punt is kicked. Yeah, it's going to be... We're going to let that one... We shouldn't have let that one go. That basically kills any chance we have of probably scoring this drive. However, we are going to go ahead and still try our best here to make something happen. Nothing likely will, due to how far back this kick went, but... McKinney with a 22-yard reception there and gets out of bounds. Only really lost about 5 seconds on this too. Okay, looking, throw. Okay, good 18 yardage there. We're just going to keep on chugging along here. We're going to kind of just glitch him out with slants. It's the only way we can guarantee we pick up a ton of yards this drive. We are going to run this time with Lance and get out of bounds after a gain of 5. 2 for 22 for Lance on the ground. Not too bad. McKinney comes across. St. Brown's going to be on a slant, and Jefferson's going to block now. Ball snap, looks, throws, caught, and a flag. Pass interference again. Defense. So, accepting it would be on the opposing. We're going to decline it. I want the yardage to count.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag?
Okay, here we go. Trey Lance, massive opening here. 31 yards there, and we still have plenty of time to score. We're going to have the halfback blocking. We're going to have Cephas coming across. We're going to have Bryant running a drag here. Cephas penalty in the end zone here. We're going to have one chance here. So we're going to go ahead and run a fullback dive. And if this doesn't work, we'll just go ahead and call a timeout. And it does work. Okay, so shocking start to this game. Up 21, well, after it, if we get this kick in. 21-0 here on the San Francisco 49ers. So pretty big lead for a team that's very much the underdog.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting
We're going to make sure to kick this a little bit shorter so they have to return it and run most of this clock out while they do so. They might have one play which they'll probably end up kneeling it. Then we'll see what the scores around the league are that they'll present on the halftime show. Hoping they throw this down the field and we can potentially get an interception. And no, he does the smart thing and gets it to Till. Okay, 52 yards for Keapernick. There's been a couple fumbles, but overall Keapernick himself hasn't made any mistakes. Okay, I accidentally skipped the halftime show. Oh well. Okay. Kick return now. We're probably going to go ahead and go into just running out the clock now. Make sure we take a lot of time off the clock on this drive. 129 and 2 touchdowns here for Trey Lance. We might go ahead and just do one more drive, maybe two more where we're still somewhat trying to pass the ball, just so we can maybe get him above 200 yards. If we pass the rest of this drive, and there's no penalties or anything, we can probably get Trey Lance to 200 yards here, but we'd have to score a touchdown. We're going to do the same play. It worked out this time. Might not work out the second time, but it's worth a shot. Nope, they blocked it this time. Circle's open. Was that Bryant? No, that's first reception. I'm throwing it to Bryant. Don't even know who that guy is, but his first reception of the game now. Rolling, throwing. Ooh, broken up by friend. 162 and 2 touchdowns though for Trey Lance. Pretty good debut against essentially his former team. Nice catch there. Don't know who that was. I just know he was there when I needed him to be. 23 St. Brown. 23 yards is what we need to get him to at least 200. He'll have probably 2 touchdowns because it's going to be very hard to not get tackled or to get tackled inside the one more than once. We'll go ahead and try this. I doubt this will work just because they're all probably going to be expecting this to some degree. Hunter Bryant, though, gets a catch and a touchdown. Trey Lance is going to have over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. And we do have that fullback dive that went for a touchdown. Next drive, we'll probably run the ball a lot more and just start bleeding the clock out. But really good first game. Surprisingly good first game, I should say. I don't mess with any of the sliders. I think Mac 10 or Pac 10 or whatever his name is, I'll probably end up using his after watching a few people that use his in their franchise modes a little bit later to see how their thing plays on All Madden, because I'm on All Madden right now. Like, I'm not on a low difficulty. I'm just surprised that all the franchise modes are on All Madden, and for whatever reason, just fumbles are significantly easier to get in the last 2 years than prior. And here comes Keapernick. Raheem Mostert actually gets 3 there, but it's not enough to really do anything. Quara, I'm going to try to get him some stats here. Surprisingly, no flag there. And here comes the punt. Okay, probably not going to be that big of a run back. Yeah, only about 4 or 5 yards there. We're going to go 100% into the running game here. Don't really see us needing to throw much more.
So well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
Good run there. 9 yards.
Just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're
gonna get rid of that little fake, because that would potentially have us keep the ball, and I really don't want that.
And the other part is they're taking the spirit away from them too.
Yeah, now they're just
Good 4-yard gain there by Hawkins.
Right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup.
Going to have McKinney come across to help block on the side we're actually running on here. Does a good job, but lets him go a little bit too early. 2-yard gain there.
To about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Snap the ball here. Runs through the massive gap that the offensive line opened up. 10 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. Tackling.
Another run play, same side as last run. This will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter, actually.
Really ratchets up on opening week.
Making sure that that will indeed be the case. Hawkins now with 47 yards on the ground. We're going to let this go down to the 4th quarter.
Return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And the ball off goes to the left. Ooh, massive gain there by Hawkins. 10 for 71. No touchdowns rushing for our actual running back, though, but our fullback did get in for one.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Outside now, right side, and down to the 11 now. Jefferson now gets a carry.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hawkins gets the next snap here. He gets down to the 6, 5-yard carry. Another one here. 7, 6, 5, 4, not quite 4. Runs it, and in for a touchdown is Hawkins.
A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions
and here comes the kick, up and good. 35-0 now. This is a practice squad team, which makes this very interesting. I'm going to leave a poll up on my Twitter, which I should probably link to my YouTube so you guys can check that out. I'll probably start putting polls there to decide how we're going to do things. I might just have this be like a watching type of franchise, like Mr. Hurricane, but we watch every game.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they knew coming in that this would be
Might be more interesting for this franchise, especially with all the fumbles that I normally get when I play franchise games. Nice tackle there. Colin Keapernick hasn't actually played bad. He just has been playing from behind the entire game. And Mostert goes out of bounds there. Okay, gonna see if we can keep them from getting too much yards here.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
Okay, Deebo gets them down to the 34, so they're probably gonna get a garbage time touchdown here. Unless we come up with an interception or something.
This game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
2-yard pickup there.
For only a couple. Now 2nd and 8.
We're just going to go ahead and keep it in man. If we let them score, oh well, we're going to win this game anyway, so let's go ahead and do man coverage for the rest of this one. Except for this play apparently where they want us to have people in actual zone coverage. Quara. Gets through, hits Kaepernick, who is not able to get it off clean, and it's an incomplete pass. Robbie Gould almost blocked, but does get the field goal.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Alright, so we're going to run out the rest of the clock here, or as much of it as we possibly can. 3 minutes left. I don't see them calling their timeouts. We'll look at the results of every game after we get out and see how all the other teams around the league did. Roll out. Nice Trey Lance carry there, 4 for 62. Another run by Hawkins here. Gets us down to the 44. He has 10 more yards to hit 100, so we're probably going to try to get him that after the 2-minute warning.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession.
This is how the game would have played out if San Francisco didn't have a top-tier defense in real life. Jefferson gets a carry there. Hawkins back on the field. Runs somewhat up the middle there. 4-yard carry. 6 more for him to hit 100 yards. Jefferson comes back in, however, and is going to get this carry. 2-yard carry for him. I think we have probably almost a 200-yard rushing day between everyone who's ran the ball. Jefferson with another good carry there. Down to the 35. Is this one going to put... Okay, this one puts Hawkins back on the field, which is what we wanted. And he does hit the 100-yard mark now. Hawkins, we're going to go ahead and give one more carry here just to make sure we solidify this 100-yard gain. 101 count. Hawkins going to get one more carry for the game here. And he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. A really good game there by this by this Lions practice squad team here. Was definitely not expecting to even score. I don't think I was even expecting to score like no more than maybe field goals, maybe 12 points. But the offense kind of played better than expected. San Francisco, you don't really expect to score 30 points on. 199 rushing yards for the team here. Alright, statistically speaking, 17 to 20, 201 yards, 3 touchdowns for Lance. Rushing 101 for Javian Hawkins and a touchdown. 35 for Jefferson, 62 for Lance, and then the fullback touchdown for 1 yard. Receiving wise, 59 yards and 3 touchdowns for St. Brown, 82 yards for McKitty, 17 for Trinity and Cephas, 18 for Charlie Q, Harrison Bryant with 8 yards, and nothing for the last guy that's on there. Blocking, no sacks, no pancakes, pretty good day there. Tackle for loss for Jahani Tavai, 2 sacks for Aquara, 1 sack for McNeil. No interceptions. We did have some fumbles, but I'm not going to bother looking at those. And Siebert was perfect on extra points. Didn't need him for anything else. 47 yards and 13. So about 60 total between kick and punt return yardage. We will obviously upgrade the players and then see if we got any players of the week. I don't see us getting one because I'm sure a lot of other NFC quarterbacks did better than Lance did. and I don't think anyone on defense really had a standout game, but we'll see. Advance next week. Should have upgrades either way here. We'll go ahead and do the practices for this week and whatnot before we end the video, so we don't have to do any of that to start the next one. Okay, weekly strategy, we'll go there first. We have the Packers. Not sure what I want to focus on here. I feel like focusing on maybe the medium pass might be the best idea. And then defensively or offensively, I guess, for us, we're just going to continue to throw in the middle of the field since that worked for us very well this time. Go ahead and get the simulating of training done, and then we can go to our upgrades, hoping for a couple extra ones after the training is done. I like that they give you like 2 to like 500 depending on the player. It's very cool. They always mix it up, I think, which makes it very different. Okay, upgrade players. We're already into this week. Let's see if we can get anyone better. McNeil, the DT that had 1 sack last week. We're going to keep him in run stopper. Brings him up to a 72 overall. 2 block shedding, 1 play rec. Not too bad there. Julian Aguara, the 68 overall. We're going to put him into power rusher. And play rec power moves. Pretty good upgrade there. His power moves are now up to a 71. We'll probably work on that because I feel like I always go for power moves over anything else. Backup center gets an upgrade. Not really worth worrying about him too much though. And Panay Sewell gets an upgrade. I'm going to put this into pass protection. 74 overall now is Panay Sewell for that specific rating, or for that specific archetype, I should say. We also have trainings already complete. Manage team. Don't really need to manage the team. Okay, let's see what happened last week. For our division, 3 out of the 4 teams won. Complete opposite of what happened in real life where everybody lost. Let's see the schedule. And let's see what happened around the league here. And then we'll probably go ahead and end this video. So, week 1. Cowboys defeated the Bucks 24-13, 31-17 Jacksonville win, 38-28 LA win. Seattle beats Indianapolis 23-20, 28-14 the Carolina Panthers win there. Cincinnati wins 45-10 against Minnesota. Arizona handily beats the Tennessee Titans, much like in real life. Very similar score, I think, as well, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, our win there. 28-21, Pittsburgh wins against Buffalo. 30-24, Philadelphia wins against Atlanta. 21-42, Kansas City win. 38-20, Green Bay win. Green Bay wishes. Giants win 24-17 versus Denver. New England beats Miami 28-24. Chicago beats the Rams 28-7, and Las Vegas beats Baltimore 16-23. Very good first game of the season there for us. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below any trades, or, well, not trades for this one, but if you want to watch like the halftime show, if you want us to more watch the game instead of play it. I want you guys to have a very good impact on series like this one where we have a very low overall team, and see if you guys rather me play with it or just watch it. So with that being said, thank you for coming in for this stream if you came in live at any point, and thank you to everyone who will be watching this video after it becomes, live to everybody. And and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow with a Chargers franchise video, as well as later today when I'll be posting my predictions. Bye.